How many of you have heard about implantable brain-machine interfaces? Well, don't worry if you haven't, because today we're going to talk all about it. Before starting, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Neuralink Corporation is an American neurotechnology company founded by Elon Musk, which is developing implantable brain-machine interfaces. In a recent announcement on 28 August, Neuralink unveiled prototypes of its device and showed off pigs that had had these devices implanted in their brains. This device resembles a coin with extremely thin wires coming out at one end of it. This device is designed to be implanted in the skull with these wires embedded millimeters into the surface of the brain. This device can help to detect when the neurons are firing and also produce electrical signals which make the neurons fire. According to Musk, eventually the hope is that these devices will read and write neuron signals and help in medical diseases that originate in the brain and the spine, and also maybe someday in the distant future integrate computers into the human. The Neuralink team trotted out 3 pigs to demonstrate their device. The first pig, named Joyce, had no implant. The second pig, named Gertrude, had an implant in her brain to monitor the neurons in her snout. A screen was showed to the audience on 28 August, which showed live signals from Gertrude's Neuralink device as she trotted around in the hay. The 1024 electrodes of the Neuralink device were successfully able to pick up the brain activity that pointed to the stimulation that Gertrude received from her environment, be it due to food or just sniffing around in the hay. At the time of this demo, Gertrude had the device in place for about 2 months. The third pig, named Dorothy, had the implant installed and then removed. What Dorothy illustrates is that you can have the implant in place and then removed and still be happy, healthy, and indistinguishable from the normal pigs. This was important for a human user because a human may want to upgrade their implant or even remove it. So it was vital to demonstrate that reversibility is possible. Also, in testing out the Neuralink devices, the scientists put the pigs on treadmills to observe their walking. With the devices implanted, the scientists could compare the estimates of how exactly the limbs would align themselves while the pigs were walking against their actual positioning. To write new information onto the pigs' brains, the scientists observed that different parts of the brain required different stimuli. For example, some places required more, whereas the other parts required a gentler current to avoid long-term damage. The challenging part that they have pulled off here is that the animal is happy looking, it's roaming around, and it's acting normal, while the data is relayed wirelessly. If any other company or a person would have done something similar, they would probably have the animal on an operating table under anesthesia and there would be wires coming out of its brain. While this small technology is pretty impressive, we are not quite confident, or it's not enough to prove that this technology is totally safe. Musk said that implantation of this device into the brain can be done with relatively less bleeding. Also, the company has downplayed the potential effects or damage to the brain. But these damages are not quite so easily observable even in human beings, leave alone pigs. So now we don't know if the pig has a slur or its other mates are not quite socializing with it because it's acting strange. During the announcement, the members of the Neuralink team expressed their long-term hopes for this device, ranging from restoring vision to the people who have eye injuries and limiting pain to capturing memories and even telepathy. Now you can understand that some of these goals are more realistic than the other. For example, Musk spoke about bypassing spinal injuries for recovering movement for the people who are paralyzed, which is going to be the main concern or focus of the company's first clinical trial on human beings, which is going to begin soon. Now, the devices which are similar to this Neuralink have already achieved this. So it's not outlandish for, hoping that Neuralink would do the same. On the other hand, feats like, capturing memories or thoughts requires a more detailed understanding of the brain, which we do not have yet, along with the high advanced technology to match it. Well, animal models go back so far that the scientists have based the first textbooks on anatomy on pigs and apes instead of human cadavers. Well, this sounds fair given the fact that humans and pigs have striking similarities. According to the Australian Academy of Sciences, humans and pigs have similar anatomy, including the fat distribution, the organ placement, and even the hair coverage on the skin. For this reason, pigs have been used in the medical research for over 30 years now. And for this reason, they are known as the translational research models. So this means that if something works on a pig, there is a higher possibility that it will work on human beings. So far, it has been seen that the Neuralink takes pretty good care of its subjects. Still, that does not mean that everyone is thrilled. Well, certainly not the people for the ethical treatment of animals. Well, controversies and taunts go hand in hand. But kudos to Elon Musk for making this dream a reality.
And what we're going to show you is I'll walk right over and show you. So what we have in pen number 1 is Joyce, and she does not have an implant. Obviously healthy and happy. We're trying to get Gertrude out, and this is how you know it's a live demo. So here's Dorothy. And in the case of Dorothy, Dorothy used to have an implant, and then we removed the implant. So this is a very important thing to demonstrate is reversibility. So if you have a Neuralink, and then you decide you don't want it, or you want to get an upgrade, and the Neuralink is removed, is it removed in such a way that you are still healthy and happy afterwards? And what Dorothy illustrates is that you can put in the Neuralink, remove it, and be healthy, happy, and indistinguishable from a normal pig. Thanks, Dorothy. Here we go. Great. Okay. Great. Okay. This is a high energy pig. All right. Gertrude, thanks for coming out. So what the beeps you're hearing are real-time signals from the Neuralink in Gertrude's head. So this Neuralink connects to neurons that are in her snout. So whenever she snuffles around and touches something with her snout, that sends out neural spikes, which are detected here. And so on the screen, you can see each of the spikes from the 1024 electrodes. And then if she snuffles around, touches her snout in the ground, or you kind of feed her some food, pigs love food, then you can see the neurons will fire much more than when you're not touching the snout. And that's what's making the beeping sound. All right, cool. So as you can see,